Hello and welcome
Very,
to
very,
Zach's Traders Cafe. As you can hear, Clem is so keen to talk. He's even started talking even before the I pressed the play button or record button. How are you today, Clem?
I'm good. I'm good. Let me teach you how to edit video so you can take that stuff out.
I'm not taking it. I'm keeping it in there because it makes it look much
Why
more
not?
inspirational and exciting and on the edge of our seats type of thing. We're both wearing
Very
very
good.
weird
Very good.
glasses. We're both wearing very weird glasses today. What's your excuse?
Well, I think you're looking very much like a Bond villain today, Zach. I think it's a really good look, and I think
Yeah, I
all you
think
need now
they
is
have very small
gain those
shoulders, don't they?
Caribbean.
It's like what's his name? Donald Pleasance.
Oh yes, I remember. Yes,
Need to see
Ronald
the
Preston.
sort of line down here, and the thing will be complete. But I was thinking about this because there's a lot of planning that goes into these sessions, and I was thinking that actually the whole thing for me is more like a financial therapy session as much as anything else. That you sort of you sort of give people the right vibe to look at the market or the right psychology to look at the market. You get on we're on the couch here. We're doing our James Bond villain thing. We're on the couch, and you're sort of saying, well, the markets are new highs. I told you there were going to be new highs. Why did you not believe they're going to be at new highs? The vibe ahead of that was, historically the type of thing that you get before a, all-time high in gold or equities or whatever. And, you sort of point out these anomalies and these little twists and turns which lead to a certain result.
Well, thank you very much. That's very kind. I mean, I think that the way to go in the markets in general is to be on your front foot, as all cricket fans will know what that means. To be positive. Grit, determination, and positive mental attitude is the way to make money. I mean, how do you make money if you're scared and you think everything's going to come unstuck? I mean, it's a hard game to play on the short side. So unless you're a natural short, you're just going to sit on the side and watch it happen. And what happens is it goes up and you missed it, and then you get bitter and twisted and all that good stuff. So that's not good. And there's a lot going on out there right now, and every clown has a silver lining, as they say about Mr. Trump. And there's a lot of upward opportunities, and you take them, you make money, and then happiness, isn't it? And if you don't take them, you don't make money, and you sit there going, "Oh, it's all going to come to an end, oh, gristle, gristle, gristle," which is not going to get anybody anywhere, is it?
But here I am on my couch needing your free therapy, which is probably like 10 grand an hour or something with free therapy, and I'm saying, how can I compete in the market from my little hovel in West London when I'm up against all the best brains and all the people with all the knowledge in the market? Isn't it just impossible? I mean, it's almost sad to think that you can actually take money from those people.
Well, you're not. You're taking from you're not taking money from those people at all. If the market's going up, wealth is being created, and you're just sharing in it. Now, if you look at it from a game theoretical point of view, there's three sorts of games: positive sum, zero sum, negative sum. Negative sum, never play those games; you'll always lose. Okay, zero sum, which means one guy wins one and one guy loses one, which is heads or tails. Heads, please. Oh, tails, you lose one. I win one. Ha ha ha. That's a zero sum. But if you've got costs, even zero sum is negative sum, and that's what you're talking about. Well, if you play positive sum games, everybody wins. Well, you've got to be really rubbish at the game to lose, or someone has to be really, really good at the game to win. And the professionals, the city, they're not. They don't even take those positions. They just take the cost. They take the passive side of these things. You want to play? Yeah, I'll sell you some expensive. Oh, you don't want to play anymore? I'll buy it back off you for less. And they make markets. That's where they make their money. And they charge commissions and fees. That's where they make their money in general. So you're not really playing against them. You're playing against market structure. And if you play positive sum games, you will win. If you play negative sum games, you will lose. If you play zero sum games, then you'll probably lose because there's costs. Yeah. So play positive sum games, which is only equities. Only equities. Yeah. And the way to do it, if you don't know what you're doing, is just buy the index and away you go. At the moment, anyway, because it's going up. Now, in the last 25 years of it not going up because we are run by Muppets is maybe over because the money's going to come cascading out of America into everywhere else, and that will drive our valuation. So it reached a low in terms of valuations, that it can't really go any lower because Americans will go, ha ha, my company's worth 4 times that for every dollar I sell. I'll buy that because it's worth 4 times as much to me. I'll just hide it in my American sales, and whoa, I've just quadrupled my money. So the takeovers are there, you know, and that changes everything. The money coming out of America because the dollar's coming down is coming into the UK market because it's like a bigger island. We speak English, so that's your first port of call for American money,
Some of us.
and that's going to inflate the market. Is inflating the market, has inflated the market since it's been going up, and everyone goes, "Oh, what's it going up? It's rubbish here." Well, it's going up because we do have some good companies or international companies which are listed in pounds in the UK that Americans can come. Used to be the Chinese. Oh, hello, very good. We'll buy that. Boom. Japanese, Americans, they can all come to the UK and buy up our companies off the London Stock Exchange and take, basically plunder, strip mine the London Stock Exchange, and that will push the price up. Now you can cry about that and go, "Oh, Britain, oh, it's terrible," or you can say, "I'll have some of that and I'll make money, and money's good, and I like more money."
I'd just like to say to people watching, not all Chinese people speak like that. Some of them do actually speak normally.
Some of them speak like me. They
Yeah,
do.
they do, yes, and they should. We're currently in a situation where, well, tell me about gold because I mean that's the one that just hits my mind at the moment. Is everybody making money on gold at the moment? Is that the one to be in?
I just sold out of gold, and not completely. I just sold my what was it? Physicals. Yeah, I sold my physicals because it's quite. If you vault gold, it takes a bit more time to sell it than it does to sell it if it's an ETF, for example. Although I discovered today, if you sell an ETF, it can get a bit sticky. So anyway, I think I'm fed up with gold. I think it's either it's a little bit of upside, maybe a couple of thousand, maybe three, maybe 50% upside. But if I'm going to play that, I'm going to play that with the miners, big miners, rather than in physicals, because that's where the leverage will be. And there's so much opportunity for big upsides out there. Why park it in something that might, that has got, but basically the risk reward is about flat. It could well go down a lot. It could well go up a chunk. And, I believe that that the risk reward is better somewhere else.
Right, and Bitcoin is the retracement finished now?
No, not even start. Well, it has started, obviously, but no, there's another big chunk to come. I mean, go under 60, go down between 30 and 40 is my guess. That's where I'm expecting it to go, between 30 and 40, and then it will languish around, and various crypto companies will go bust, and they'll all go to jail, and the same old, same old.
All right, so
And then,
we'll have a sort of a nuclear winter as we had after 2017, that kind of thing.
yeah, and 2022 as well, and after every single one of these halvening cycles. 2028 April, I think it is the next halvening. So there'll be a next halvening, and there'll be a pause where everyone says, "Oh, halvening, it's all rubbish. It doesn't matter," and then up it'll go. Maybe the point is, I mean, a lot of people are worried about quantum, and I'm absolutely not worried about quantum. Not worried
I'm
about
very worried. I'm very worried about quantum. It keeps me up at night, and I just think that could be that's what I've been told will be the killer blow to Bitcoin.
Zak Mir's cat. No, it absolutely won't be because they'll just change the algo.
How could they? Yeah, but they can't mean they'll change the algo. They're not. It's supposed to be set in stone, isn't it? Satoshi
Well, it's
created
supposed to be
Satoshi created this monster 15 years ago, whatever it was, and
myth, myth,
he didn't know
myth.
he didn't know there was going to be any quantum computing. So this could be the death knell of Bitcoin.
No. What would happen is, okay, I'll fix it for you, Zach. So anyway, they have to get up to 2,000 quantum bits or whatever it is, qubits. I think it's 2,000, but let's just say it's more. Okay, whatever the number is. It says 100, which are already there. But anyway, 2,000 qubits, and they're at 1,500. Clem will come in and fault the chain, and I'll call it BTCC, the second C for Clem, right? And everybody who's got Bitcoin in BTC has got BTTC as well. Now, the moment quantum can crack it, the BTCCC becomes worthless, absolutely worthless. Yeah, because someone grabs Satoshis and sells it into the market, it goes zoop. But BTCCC, which is quantum resistant, will take over because you've got both. So it's like the Bank of England saying, You know those old white fivers? You remember them. You still got a few of them in your wallet, I guess. Open it up and the Queen's blinking at the light. So those old fivers, they say, no, it's the blue ones now, or green, whatever colour they were. I think it was blue, wasn't it, originally? So they're blue now. And you bring in the white ones and you've got the blue ones. And you can't use the white ones anymore. You've got to use the blue ones. Yeah, white ones aren't worthless. The only thing you can get with a white one is a blue one. And there you go. No problem. Bang. Done.
So
It always happens. Oh,
so
it's the
is somebody
2000, the year 2000 bug. Oh, everyone's going to die. Oh, they didn't.
so is somebody actually still managing Bitcoin? Is somebody still making sure that, somebody in an engine room somewhere making sure that everything's still flowing and working?
Yeah, of course. That's a whole load of them. It's called the miners. That's what they do. And the miners would, I mean, it doesn't need the miner to do it. If nobody did it and Clem did it, it would be BTCC that would take over. Yeah. But they've already forked Bitcoin. I mean, they forked it, what was it? Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, whatever his face was. They forked it and they had a value and that value went down and they're still out there and they still got a value because one of them does bigger blocks and one of them whistles Dixie or whatever. That's what forking is all about. You fork Bitcoin and then you fork it into a Bitcoin, a quantum resistant version of it, and everybody gets what they've got in that version. And if anybody comes along and blows up Bitcoin, it will switch over to the other one because you've already got a valuable one and a valueless one, and the valuable one becomes valueless, and that one goes up because that one is resistant to quantum, and it just automatically takes over. That's what forks are all about. Ethereum's forks every 4 or 5 months, which is I think one of the reasons why it hasn't taken over because it hasn't that stability, but it still carries on holding lots of value, even though it's a different chain. And all the validators, all the mining equivalent people go, yeah, we agree, we'll have that one. And anyone says, no, I don't agree, I want to keep the old one. Well, basically, you're drifting off and down the wrong chain and nobody cares anymore. There's an old version of Ethereum called, I think, Ethereum Classic, still running. And it's still going. And there it is, still chugging along at $5 a coin. So that's how it works. I mean, I started a blockchain cryptocurrency so many years ago, I've forgotten about it. It's still running. I haven't been involved in it for best part of 10 years. Still going. You can still mine it, and it's still got a blockchain that turns over, and it's the coins are still worth probably something. Yeah, these things never die, but the value shifts to what works. And for Bitcoin, they just fork the chain. Don't you worry about it, and that'll be fine. But that's not why it's going down. It's going down because Wall Street's got its fangs in it. And once your unicorn has Wall Street's fangs stuck in it, you get an anemic unicorn, don't you? And often the unicorn just goes, "Oh, you've taken too much blood from me," and dies. So that's what makes me not think there will be another circuit. There probably will be another circuit, another go round on Bitcoin after this winter, but I'm not enthusiastic.
Right. And any particular stocks or situations you're looking at the moment? You mentioned the miners, that you might flip from gold to producing miners. Are there any other? I mean, we're sort of like familiar now with the whole commodities boom and everything else, and the miners, obviously, explorer developers have gone berserk, even the ones which don't actually have anything. Are there any other new areas that you think are worth watching?
Well, copper's yet to go. Copper has yet to go vertical, and it's high, it's all-time high, but it's not doing hasn't done a gold or silver, and it will. So that is where I'm looking now. And ultimately, energy is going to go ballistic. Oil is going to go mental. Now, whether that's kicked off by Iran, which I have no view. I mean, the NSA doesn't talk to me anymore. CIA, I haven't worked for them for years, so I have no idea what's going on there. But you'll probably see it in the chart first. But what I would say to people is, this is what my spies tell me. And, I just go onto a website, yeah, and have a look at Exxon. Have a look at that stock. Have a look at that chart. If that doesn't make you go, oh, oh really?
It's not oil is so 20th century. I mean,
have a look at Exxon, Zach. Do it now. Go on, have a look. Have a look at the chart. You're a chartist.
Well, yeah, apparently, yeah.
XOM. Go look at a 3-year chart or something like that.
I'm looking at it now. I'm very excited about this. Yeah, it's kind of already moved, but my God, it has moved actually since it's up.
Oh my God, it has moved. The
It's
biggest company in
up
the world.
23% so far this year.
Yeah, why? You tell me that.
Consolidation
Vertical,
in the
right? It's
sector.
gone. Huh?
Consolidation in the sector.
What, in the oil sector? No, I don't think they've merged with Chevron. Now, go and type in SHEL and tell me about it.
Well, don't tell me that's down. All right.
Just type it, and I want to see your. I want to see you come to a conclusion. This
It's
is a
like
therapy.
it's in the same position that Exxon was 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, before it blew up. Yeah,
Yeah, before it went through the roof.
yeah. That's why I bought a load just now. Well, not now. A few days ago.
All
I
right.
mean, Exxon should not do that. It's just not what big oil companies do. They don't do that.
Elephants don't gallop, do they?
Elephants, elephants can dance. So the IBM CEO wrote in his book. But yeah, that's an elephant. That's a dancing elephant. What does that tell you?
Well, yes.
Someone's got a win. That's what that tells
Well,
you.
no, it's a bit like the airline stocks started to fall before 9/11. It's one of those, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Prediction markets,
Yeah, yeah,
spicy.
yeah. No,
It
so
depends on who's shorting it, right, doesn't it? Really?
so does this mean we won't be able to do our regular Zooms because the US and Iran will be at war?
Well, we'll still be able to do our regular ones. You're not in Tehran, are you?
I don't know. I hear it's very nice there this time of year if you're in the right
I'm
political.
sure it's very nice. It's very nice. But I can tell by your beard you're not in Tehran.
Yeah, yeah. You can. Yes, I'm going to go down that route, but yes, yes. Um,
So anyway, we'll be able to do our podcast. But guys, getting back to what can make you money, have a look at oil, have a look at Exxon, and then think about that. I thought about it when I don't what the devil's going on there because oil is due for it, but not really due. Oil is going to do it. Oil is absolutely going to do it. But I've got that pegged in like 18 months time, not now. In a couple of years, when they're going, oh, we haven't got enough electricity for AI. What are we going to use? Oh, we better start using oil then.
or coal or
Yeah.
whatever.
So
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I
going to
think
do
that, I
that.
mean that's you've just pointed out something which is if there is a value to our little chats, that's what it is that you tend to say things which at the time you think, oh no, no, really, no, not oil, no, no, not gold breaking out, or not oil, or not Bitcoin going down. It's over 100,000. When you have that reaction, and that's what I was saying. It's like financial therapy. When you have that reaction, oh, Clem's gone, he's lost it this time. Oil, that's the time when you're right, when you are right. And so that tends, so that those are the things that, it's like me, you said Shell. Oh, Shell. What a load of, Shell.
And when you put that next to to Exxon, and they go boom, and you
Yeah.
go, what about Shell then? And if you put all the oil companies down there, they've all kind of done a bit. Now, if you are interested in oil, I by the way, I hold Shell because I bought it because of Exxon doing that. I don't buy the one that's gone up, which a lot of people would. Is Equinor. Now, Equinor is Norwegian oil, okay? Norwegian wood, isn't it good? Yeah. Equinor, it has no oil in the Middle East. None. None. No oil in the Middle East. So if that goes boom over there, their oil is unaffected. There's a lot of oil companies who go, oh, Lord, but they won't. They'll go, do you want our oil?
I
We've got
presume
oil.
they have their oil in a safe jurisdiction called the North Sea. Unlike us.
I
Well, we
think
do
they've
have
got some North Africa
we
or
do have
whatever. They got. It's not in the Middle East.
yeah, no, we do have oil, but we just choose not to use it. We choose to import it because we've got so much money.
Well, and also because it looks like Mr. Starmer wants to ban AI, which is rather good because that be great. Britain won't have access to AI and or any good AI, and that's going to do really well when all the other countries have it and are much smarter than us. Obviously, ignorance is bliss, and we need more bliss.
I think we should go back to pen and paper, really. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Bit of calculus, a bit of one of those
Well,
protracted things.
Parliament still writes on vellum, don't you? When they do a law, they still skin baby lambs to write down the laws.
Ah,
They're
right.
still so that's good governance for you. Keep the old things going.
Yeah, not yes, and keep coming up with more laws, but not getting rid of the old ones. So you get sort of
You need
clogged
more.
up in.
We heard of Moore's law. They've heard of Moore's law. That's why America's rich, because of Moore's law. So they're going to do more laws. Obviously, makes sense, doesn't it?
Right. So just we always talk about a new FN before we leave. What's going on there at the moment?
Oh well, a lot. I mean, it's really taken off. We put in forex recently. So, the thing is, it's all real time. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning and your share's gone through the floor or through the roof, in on other sites, you have to wait 15 minutes to find out what's happened. And then you still don't know what's happened because 15 minutes is a long time if your share's gone up or gone down. And if you want real time, it's going to cost you hundreds of pounds a year. And we give it away free, and we'll always give it away free. And so people are coming to us because they want to see stuff in real time because they've got their net worth on the line, haven't they? And we've got gold, silver, platinum, and palladium also real time. So you can see all the precious metals doing their thing. You can see all the foreign currencies doing their thing, and you can see all the UK shares. And oh, that's saving a few £100 a year. But level two, now that's thousands of pounds a year they're saving because we have level two for free as well. Free level two UK, free level one
Ah, I see.
UK,
Now
free real time.
I've actually, you talked about this, and obviously, my brain glazes over because that's the normal state it's in. But free level two is the mutts nuts.
Yeah, and it's free, and it's £1,000 elsewhere
Yeah, I mean
a
that
year.
is
That is.
actually, that's after the eighth time of talking to you about this. I think that's it's great. It's great, actually. Maybe in another 15 times I'll appreciate it more. But free level two is the gold standard, I would say. And
Yes.
if you don't have that, if you're just looking at the price and the 15 minutes, here or there, whatever it is, it may be one thing, but actually level two is for serious traders or even not serious traders. You can see
Well,
where,
let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Earlier on, I nearly missed this gig because I was busy selling my gold, and I got ETF gold. And I've got a broker that lives far, far away in a tax-free jurisdiction up a volcano. So I said, get rid of that gold for me, will you? It sits there and sits there. And I thought I better find out what the real price is. So I went on to Advfn, went on to the ETF level two, found the price, realised it was like a 0.001 lower than where I wanted to sell it. So I moved my order down. So I got rid of it. I could have sat there all day. It could have crashed or whatever because I'm working off the wrong price. I was working off a price that this platform had, which was effectively delayed. Yeah. So if you've got a fast market and it's going down and down and down, and you say, if I put an order in here, it's going to go through it. I'm going to better put it down here and I'll get the fill or kill. You need level two, right? Fill or kill. I mean, when and the COVID crash occurred, the market stopped working. They weren't making bids anymore. So you couldn't drop it on the bid. So you had to do fill and kill, which means you say, here's my price. Give me the best one you fancy. And I cleared out. I spent all day filling and killing my orders, and without level two, I couldn't have done it because I wouldn't have known where the market was. Certainly not 15 minutes in advance. So I could go, right, the price is here. I'm going to fill and kill it 3 levels below, and they're going to say, oh, is somebody a little bit eager to get out? We'll have that one. Boom, and it enabled me to get out and save my skin because I had level two
well, on that
trader stuff.
happy
Good.
note, Clem Chambers from anewfn.com. Thank you very much indeed, and hopefully speak soon.
By the way, Zach, you should check out my Substack. Clem is here at substack.com where I rant like this in text, and obviously my YouTube, Clem Chambes Alpha. I rant like I'm renting now, and people every couple of days I do one of these. So you should check it out. You should check it out and
I have actually
see.
checked out your videos because, and I'm interested, they're much more professionally produced than this one. So I'm sorry that we don't have the production quality on this that you have with your own videos, but that's the way the world is.
Well, I got my producer here. I got my script writer there. I got my cameraman there. My lighting guy's up in the gantry. You see.
Clem Chambers, thank you very much indeed.
See you later, Zach. Bye
Cheers.
bye.
Cheers, bye.